Hey everybody, I'm gonna make my meatloaf from the nickel diet that I made with Dr. Katie and share it with you all. Very, very simple, super nutrient dense, really high in protein, and so good for you. So we're gonna start with organic, grass-fed, grass-finished beef. I get mine at Sam's Club or locally from Coverdell Farms here in Missouri. If you go to a farmer's market, you should be able to find some. We do grass-fed, grass-finished instead of grass-fed, grain-finished, just because the grain doesn't have as much nutrients as grass. And a lot of the time the farmers will do grain finished just to bulk up the cow so that they have more meat to sell. Makes sense in the business world, right? But we're gonna start here. So we have our 2 pounds of ground beef. I will then sea salt, 1 tablespoon of sea salt. Nice hefty, I like salt. So hefty tablespoon of sea salt. Flax meal is gonna be our binder, so we're getting those omega-3s, those seeds. We're not using eggs here just because a lot of people I work with are allergic to eggs, but you could use duck eggs, chicken eggs, whatever you'd like. You could do 2 chicken eggs or 1 duck egg if that's what you're feeling. And then we have, wash that after this. We have our onion powder. I love organic. Again, I get it from Sam's Club. If you live near a Costco, like I used to in California, I am more than positive they have these spices organic. If not, Frontier Co-op is a great place to get your spices. 2 teaspoons of garlic. Garlic's so good for heart health. And then we have our oregano, which is great for boosting the immune system, fighting off viruses. 1 teaspoon. You could add thyme, you could add rosemary. I mean, there's so many different herbs you could add here to make this taste really good. And then I cooked some quinoa last night with our dinner. It has a little bit of turmeric, but you could use just plain quinoa. So we need 2½ cups. And the nice thing about cooking is it's not like baking where you have to have it measured exactly right? Because baking is a science, and if you don't get it right, probably not gonna get the desired texture you want. So you could use rice, you could use millet, really any grain that you like. So from here, I'm gonna dig in. Some people take their rings off, some people wear gloves. The KitchenAid, if you have a KitchenAid standing mixer, is a great thing for this if you don't like the texture of meat. I know a lot of people have a hard time touching raw meat, so that's just a really nice way to incorporate it without having to touch it and make sure that it's fully incorporated with the spices. We wanna make sure that the sea salt is everywhere, oregano, garlic, onion. So I actually like to knead it like bread after I get it slowly mixed in. So I just fold and twist my bowl, so as if I was baking a loaf of bread. So I was a baker for 7½ years before I opened my own restaurant, and I've been baking ever since. There are 2 decades of gluten-free baking. I love it. And there we go. You can see it start to come together from the flax seeds. Really binds it and holds it together here. All right, that looks great. Pretty sure that's all incorporated. So from here, I have a loaf pan. You could use any size loaf pan that you want. You don't need to spray it because the beef is gonna release so much fat that it's not gonna stick to the pan. So don't worry about spraying the pan, save your money. Just let the fat from the beef. You could do turkey, you can do ground chicken. I mean, really venison. I've done it with venison, it's really good. So any meat that you like. And that looks so beautiful. I'm gonna wash my hands and put this in the oven. Give me 1 second. So I'm just gonna put this in the oven for 1 hour, 375 for 60 minutes. All right. And then I actually have a meatloaf that I already baked, just to show you all. My family loves meatloaf. I love meatloaf. So this one's been cooked, same exact recipe, different pan size, so taller. You might have to cook it longer. That one's shorter and wider, so it might cook a little bit less time, just so you know. So look at how beautiful this holds together, and it's still hot with the flaxseed. Look at that. Oh, it's so beautiful. I'm gonna take a little bite. I absolutely love high protein meals. It makes me feel really good, really satiated, and it's just so good for you. Oh my gosh. That is so good. This will last in your fridge for up to a week. You could freeze slices and pull them as you want them for up to 6 months. So good. I mean, you could use this recipe to make burgers, make meatballs. It'll all hold together. So really, really fun. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you liked it. And I will make sure to show you the sides on my next video.